Show podcast, a daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures. Day number, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, day 3 of foot recovery after the infamous chainsaw incident here at the Eric Zane Show podcast household. I'm a busy boy, as always, as we inch our way through the week. Today is kind of interesting because college basketball is getting ready to start, I guess. I don't know. Only reason why I know is because one of the local colleges reached out to me and said, hey, we're kicking off the college basketball season, and we do like a little midnight madness thing, and that is where I guess what you do is late at night, you get as many people as possible into the local gym, and you say, hey, let's lose our minds. It's time to get ready for college basketball. And then at like midnight, you play basketball? I think. All I know is that they're paying me money. The fantastic Catholic college Aquinas College reached out, the Aquinas Saints. And they said, look, will you, host? I go, yeah, of course. They agreed to the fee. Well, actually, I take that back. I said, does this have money involved? Can I make a fee? They go, yeah, sure. So they give you like $150 for like an hour of your time. I go, well, I can't beat that. I mean, that's right up there with what I make for PA, for God's sake. I go, that sounds good. What do I do? Just go in and say, how you doing? Let's go, Saints, and leave. They go, oh, no. You got a full list of shit to do. So I committed to it. All right, see? Maureen says Michigan State had their midnight madness last Friday night. She was probably there with her pom-pom cheering. Oh, no. You got a bunch of things you got to do, Eric Zane. 11 p.m. By the way, this is typically I'm in bed by 8:20. No lie. So I got to limp my ass over there. And, okay, so this is way out of my comfort zone. You got Thursday today doing this shit, and then hockey on Friday night, hockey on Saturday night with an auction. And we need to retell the story of the hockey auction in just a minute. So that's going to be awesome. But anyway, so they're like, oh, yeah, you got to do a 2-minute intro to start. I'm like looking, there's like a whole rundown. Then I got to introduce the band, the drum line at 11:09, the 3-point contest, 11:19, the cheer team performance, 11:22, the relay race, 11:27, the dance team performance, 11:30, we play musical chairs. Okay. 11:36, 10 questions. So it's all sorts of this stuff. And I'm like, okay, yeah, all right. They got it broken down. I'll do it. All right. Every hockey season for the Grand Rapids Griffins, your old pal Eric Zane, for now, I think this is 17 years I've been doing this, 17 or 18 years. I've been the PA announcer for this team. And here we go. Friday is another opening night. So I'm stoked about that. That'll be great. And then Saturday as well, there's another hockey game. And then there's an auction afterwards. So when I say auction, what it is the players take the jerseys off, and then they autograph them, and then we auction off the bad-smelling jerseys right there. I'm on the ice. These fans, I'm not kidding you. They all must be millionaires because the amount of money that they spend for these jerseys, I'm like, my God, unless you're taking those jerseys and selling them for 5 times the amount, what are you? And I know they're not. We're talking about players who are on the fringe of barely even making it in minor league hockey. So I'm always floored by the amount of money that these people spend, thousands of dollars on a hockey jersey. But This was so weird. It was years ago. I'm sitting there saying, all right, wait, now I don't have a cadence like a typical, you know how like you hear an auctioneer when they talk really fast? I don't do any of that shit. I just talk as fast as I can. Say 200, 250, 300, sold for $400. Well, okay, there's a battle going on between these two people bidding for this one particular jersey. And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, 500. Oh, boy, this guy's got 550. Oh, dude in the blue, he's got 600. Oh, dude in the back, 650. And this goes on and on and on. And some of you know this story, but it doesn't matter. This is great. This is so fucking awesome. And I'm like, yeah, okay, the guy in the back sold for $1,000 to that guy in the back. Come on up and get your jersey. And this dude gets up, never forget it, white hair, a very short white hair, comes walking to the front, big burly dude, comes up, stoked about the jersey, and then comes walking up, looks me in the face, points at me and says, I'm a girl. And I'm like, what? You are? And I've got this right in front of all these people. There's like 300 people, and they're all like, oh, shit. I'm a girl. And I'm like, yes, indeed. Right? Yep. Go get your jersey. Thanks for being here. Oh, fuck. Now, let me just say this. If you are, if there's a gender thing, I think that people who, let's just say for the sake of this discussion, that this person who is a lady, but especially from way far away, looks like a dude. All right? And let's just say also for this argument, this is a chick who is like a full-on lesbian. All right? And you have to think that at some point, people are going to mistake you for a dude. It's had to have happened in the past. So if you're going to be being called upon for an auction, you should get like near the front. I mean, if she were in the front, I would have been able to see that this was in fact a female, barely, but a female. And I would not. You can't put me into that position where I have to look from way across the room to decide what am I seeing. But this looked like a dude to me. Oh, fuck. I wish I would have had the nerve. No, I don't. But can you imagine if I said, well, I'm sorry, that I call it like I see it. You look like a dude to me. Oh, my God. Kent, drop the E, add a U, says, this is precisely why we shouldn't care what pronouns people have. It leads to hilarity. You're absolutely right. I love the world that we live in. I love that everything is all mixed up. That there's, people in this world who are like, yeah, he, she, they, them. I have a person in my life right now. All right. A person in my life, not a direct family member yet. You never know. Who, for a period of time, was like, I need to be known as they, them. I haven't talked about this. And then, but now this person says, no, I want to be known as he, him. So I'm getting a changing environment here. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then occasionally I'll mess up and say the wrong thing. And I'm like, oh, God. And it's great. It's absolutely awesome. Oh, shit. So it's auction time Saturday night. They got it down, though, at the hockey team because there was a period of time when the game would end and I would have to auction off like 35 jerseys. And so this is a huge undertaking, a huge amount of time that this would be. And I would just be exhausted from it'd take like an hour and a half of me like 100, 150. Now they do them all online except for like 5. And it takes, 10 minutes. I'm just so thankful for that. Holy crap. All right, we are off and running on this edition of the Eric Zane Show podcast. Now, a busy day today doing the whole basketball thing. But all right, that's I'll be limping around Pain is still a thing with the foot after the chainsaw incident on Monday, but it is slowly getting better. No infection, so we're all good. Alex Jones. Hey, anybody got $965 million that they could loan me? Okay. Now, I don't know. If we had like a history of people who have been who've lost huge amounts of money legally like this, where they actually paid it back, I would think Jones would be concerned. But we need to look no further than like O.J. Simpson. O.J. hasn't paid any money to anyone. O.J. Simpson, he lost a verdict many, many years ago, entitling the Goldman family to countless millions. And I never forget because the dad, Fred Goldman, with his stupid mustache, came walking out of the courthouse. He's like, yeah, yeah, we did it. And that guy hasn't seen shit. And the juice, he ends up going to jail for something else, gets out from that, and now all he does is spends money. So I don't know how big of a deal this is. I think that if you're Alex Jones, and if $965 million is levied against you, what you do is you know that you don't pay any of that, and then you use that as an opportunity to convince all the people that watch your show to pay you money. So he's probably going to make $100 million net after this is all said and done. So, I don't see anything coming out of this, frankly. Connecticut had a recent trend of judges award ridiculously high settlements that are not being paid, says Eric. They're getting appealed and then thrown out for being too outrageous. Joey Williamson says, do we know if Gawker ever paid Hulk Hogan? I don't know. I know Gawker went under because of that, but that's always interesting. You hear about these mega amounts and then whatever happens, you ever get the rest of the story? Because now what's going to happen is everybody's going to have their like pound of flesh. Oh, Alex Jones. Oh my God. And then, we won't ever really hear if anything more ever came of this. But as it stands, Alex Jones was on his show talking and made a kind of a big deal about it, and was basically live streaming the thing as it unfolded, as those awards were announced, and laughing in the face of the judge and all the people that were saying, all right, this is the end for Alex Jones. He's going to go belly up. Audio check, video check. Let's get into this a little bit.
$1 billion to be distributed among the 15 plaintiffs in that case. And after that verdict was read here at Waterbury Superior Court, we first heard from Norm Pattis, who has been representing Jones in this trial. He says he has never seen a trial like this before of the more than 200 he's been a part of. He says they did not expect this verdict, nor the monetary value in it. He says that they are looking forward to appealing this decision. And he's ended by offering his condolences to the family. We then heard from family members themselves of those killed in the 2012 massacre. We heard from the daughter of Principal Dawn Hochsprung, who says that this won't be the end of Jones in her life because the conspiracy theories and the hate will continue.
That's the thing that actually does fucking make me sick. That there are people on the planet who think that these people are evil. And all they did was, have to get the news that their kids and their loved ones were slaughtered. Jones, whatever, that's despicable how that all unfolded. But he at least has said, yeah, I 100% believe that there was a massacre and these people are all victims. So you would think that the people that follow Alex Jones would be like, yeah, all right, let's move on to something else. But they're still like harassing these people.
She says she hopes this will save other families from the cycle of abuse that they have gone through. We also heard from Bill Sherlack, who lost his wife Mary in the shooting. He said he knew the verdict would make a statement and says that this shows actions have consequences. Robbie Parker also spoke today, who lost his 6-year-old daughter Emily. The father said this gave him the strength to get his voice back. He said everyone in the courtroom told the truth except for Alex Jones. Now here's what the father said outside the courthouse.
All I can really say is that I'm just proud that what we were able to accomplish was just to simply tell the truth. And it shouldn't be this hard. Today.
Okay. That guy lost a kid. All right. And the anguish that that guy has felt since this incident happened, it should just be your kid dies and you bury the kid and then you try to make it through the rest of your life. He shouldn't have to deal with any of this shit. This is what upsets me about Jones, that he tried to convince people of all this bullshit. It bothers me to no end that was the content that you choose to do. It makes me sick, frankly.
A jury representing our community and our nation rendered a historic verdict.
Don't get me wrong. I wish Jones would have to pay all of that money. I wish. But he won't have to pay a dime. I can promise you.
A verdict against Alex Jones's lies and their poisonous spread. And a verdict for truth and for our common humanity.
And we also heard from the attorneys of the Sandy Hook families, as you just heard there, who say that this is a historic verdict that holds Jones accountable. They say if this shuts down Alex Jones, that's a good thing. They will now go through the proceedings for the punitive damages, which would be on top of the ones announced today. Overall, they say that this is a restorative moment for these families. Live in Waterbury, Tony Black, Fox 61 News.
Oh, my God. Shut up. Stop it. According to Eric, Gawker ended up paying $31 million instead of the $115 million in that case. Jones then took it to the air, and he did like a whole fundraiser on the thing, on his show. If we don't get to $1 billion, I'm not going to be happy, Alex said on yesterday's show. So he's fundraising. He then directed viewers to a site where they could make donations to Save InfoWars. Your pennies counter their millions, Jones said. Jones has called the trial a political hit job and said he was actually proud to be under this level of attack. Jones continued to laugh as the verdict was read, mocking families for trying to get blood from a stone. I'm broke. I don't have anybody. Jones tried to delay the Connecticut trial and 2 other defamation trials by claiming bankruptcy, but the move failed and the trials continued. Forensic accountants have estimated Jones' net worth is around $270 million. He's already been ordered to pay nearly $50 million to one family following a defamation suit in Texas. He's called the verdicts a joke and promised to stand up to this travesty and tie families in court for years for attempting to collect the award. Jones has used the trial to raise money frequently as it's progressed. He used clips to sell books, supplements, and commemorative coins. I want to meet someone who buys the Alex Jones commemorative coins. In one instance, he created an ad for a cryptocurrency donation page that goes directly to his personal account using clips of his own heated testimony. Oh, my God. He has another defamation damages trial in Texas scheduled for December. Who are these fucking morons that... man, I gotta sign up for the Alex Jones cryptocurrency. I gotta support Alex. Fuck, I feel bad convincing you people to buy a fucking T-shirt. This motherfucker's making you buy coins and cryptocurrency so that he can save himself after he makes people whose kids were murdered in cold blood sad. What the fuck is going on here? God damn, that's sick. Holy shit. Well, all right. I don't get how he looks in the fucking mirror. I really don't. You know, I mean on any given day, I'll like scream at Kenny here for tipping off the ending of one of my stories and call him a nasty name. And then like 5 minutes later, I feel guilty as shit that I yelled at him. And then the show ends, I call him up, hey man, I'm sorry I yelled at you. Oh man, it's okay, man. Yeah, it's okay. I'll get over it. I don't get it. I don't understand how someone can function that way. I mean, how defective do you have to be able to pull off shit like that? And then, yeah, well, that's it. You know, because there was a period of time when he was perpetuating this lie about, yeah, the whole thing with Connecticut was a hoax, and these are crisis actors and actresses and all that shit, and the kids never really died. And then, you know, he had to go to bed at night. How do you fucking sleep? You know, I don't know. All right, Ben and Eric Patreon podcast happens tomorrow. Actually, it's a Friday, and it's ridiculous time, 3 p.m. I know, but that's the only way we're going to be able to get this done because I've got a hockey on Friday night, like I indicated. So Ben and Eric Patreon podcast goes on Friday, 3 p.m. All right, so for the audience members that are on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, I'm going to kick you to the curb. If you could, sign up on Twitch, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. Of course, it is free. And hit the follow button once you do that, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. Hit the follow button, and then you'll know when I go live, and then you won't have any interruption if you're the type that likes to get the show live each and every day. If not, no big deal. You can always get the audio podcast, which I post shortly after when this show finishes on all of the usual spots online, wherever you download shows. All right, so kick you folks to the curb. Jesus. To the curb. Have a great day. Facebook,